The following is a presentation of TFNN.
This story began on a nice Florida winter day, December 10th, 2005, when lone fishermen in Mosquito Lagoon, out near Cape Canaveral, discovered a crab trap that appeared to have something caught inside of it. As the fisherman looked closer, he noticed that a baby dolphin was tangled in a rope that had cut off the supply of blood to the dolphin's tail. The fisherman cut the rope and called for help because he saw this dolphin was struggling. The dolphin, later named Winter, was brought to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, but too much damage was done to her tail, and it could not be saved. Now, folks, the greatest gift you can give anyone is the gift of your attention. And that is exactly what Winter received from a group of prosthetic engineers who created an innovative new design for a prosthetic tail. Winter, she's doing just fine, and her story of survival and success has gone on to touch others, many, many others. These are folks that need a more flexible prosthetic. We can't control the circumstances of life, folks, only how we respond to them. Circumstances are like the wind. Learn to set a good sail, folks, and let the wind take you to your dreams, your treasures, and your destination. Welcome to TFNN. We're glad you're here and you have our attention.
It is now time for The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the October 25th, fantastic Friday edition of today's Opening Bell on The Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with the tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life. Because leading an inspired life, folks, that's what it's all about. So let's go look at one of our tools. This is the tool I call the power of questions. You know, questions control our focus from the moment we wake till the moment we sleep. And for many of us, even while we sleep, questions can be empowering or disempowering, and the choice makes all of the difference in the world. It's the difference between being happy or sad, being successful or not, and the ability to make the impossible possible, the improbable probable. If you were to ask someone why they have not achieved a certain goal, they will most likely blame it on resources. You know, things like time, money, education, things like circumstances. And just like the opening of Friday's show, circumstances, folks, they are like the wind. They do happen to each of us. The key is what each of us do with those circumstances. I believe the best way to handle circumstances, well, it's a two-step process. And during this process, we must always remind ourselves that knowing what to do is different from doing what we know. First, we must change our state, because making any choice in life from a state of weakness will put us at a huge disadvantage when making our next decision. We change our state by first changing our physiology. That means find your center, find your physical position of strength. Each of us have one. Breathe. Breathing is important, right? And you want to breathe as if you were certain of your outcome. You must know your outcome. You must walk like you would walk if you knew you were going to be successful. And we must think. We've got to think as if we are going to be successful, because, you see, thinking is a reflection. Well, let me put it to you like this. We reflect our thoughts. And so if you're reflecting weakness, folks, if that's what your thoughts are, it's going to be reflected right back onto you. Now, the next element that controls our state of focus is our words. So these two go hand in hand. Not only do we need to focus on what it is that we want, but we've got to focus on making sure that we are asking empowering questions, because questions are the answer. Here's the deal. If any of us ask a lousy question, what kind of answer do you think we're going to get? Exactly. We're going to get a lousy answer. That's why questions are so important. Don't ask, what are we going to do now? Ask, what am I willing to do to make it the way that I want it? Whatever it is that you want in life. What am I willing to do to achieve my outcome? Ask, what can I learn from this? When something bad happens, that has got to be the first question. What can I learn from this? Or what could I learn from this? Ask yourself as well, how is it that you can enjoy the process? Because we need to enjoy everything in life out there, folks. Ask, what am I willing not to do? So here's the key. Change your state, change your question, and you will change your world. We can't change the circumstances in life, folks. Only what we do with those circumstances that we are dealt. If you want a better life, it's as simple as this. Just ask a better question. Well, let's go check out the questions in these markets here. What are they doing right now? Dow futures are up 1 point, trading out at 15,455. S&P futures up 50 cents. That's trading out at 17.49. NASDAQ futures up about 11 points, trading at 33.81. King dollar up 9 ticks at 79.34. Goldilocks back $8 and change, trading out at 13.42. Silver off 47 cents, trading at 22.34. Light sweet crude is flat out there. A quick peek around the globe. We see here over in Germany a flat market. The FTSE's up 5. DAX is up 13. Over in Asia, well, it wasn't flat. It was red. It was red across the board at the three primary indexes that we take a look at. The Nikkei down 400 points. That was off almost 3%, 2 7/10%. The Hang Seng down 0.6% last night, off 137. And the Shanghai off 1.5%, down 32 points. Our call-in number, 877-927-6648. Caution is the soup du jour this morning. We need to be cautious about these markets. I can tell you, I'm not sure which way these markets right now want to go. But let's do this here. I mean, I've got some points. I've got a couple of points that are identified where it's going to either break higher or it's going to break lower. Right now, we're kind of in midstream, so that means I'm actually flat. No trades open here this morning. Well, I can't say no trade in the ES Mini is really what I should say. Now, let's go take a look at the weekly chart. It is Friday, so let's go look at the weekly charts, try to get a feel for what is going on here. We're going to take a look at the ES Mini. We'll start off with this. Now, last week's bar, wide-ranging bar. Markets do not end on wide-ranging bars, and most certainly we haven't seen the market end here. All we've seen is just kind of a little bit of a tick up higher, so no bearish configuration. I can't expect that we're going to see on a weekly chart a bearish candle that would form today. So what does this set up? It sets up a move to the top of the rising price channel. Top of the rising price channel. It'd be like the rising sun out there, and it still says that 1776 area is still in play. It's at 1748.75. I need to see by 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, it doesn't have to be at 10 o'clock. I'd like to see it by 10 o'clock. It closed above 1749.75. If I saw that at 10 a.m., that would signal to me these markets are going to advance higher today out there. That would be a nice confirming signal. We'll see if we actually get that at 10 a.m. So the ES Mini on the weekly chart, still everything looks full steam ahead out there, and that means any of the daily or intraday elements that I take a look at are just cautionary signs, just maybe some clouds out there at the moment. If we go take a look at the NASDAQ futures, the NASDAQ itself, NASDAQ Composite, gave us that key reversal session a couple days ago. Can't recall which day it is now off the top of my head, but let's just look at the futures. Wide-ranging bar last week. We saw even the week before that you had the bulls that just said, no way, we're not going to let these markets move lower. You can see right now we're at the top of the trading range for the week out here inside the NASDAQ futures. Where is it headed to? Looks like it's headed to the top of its rising price channel out here. I don't expect that we would see any kind of weekly reversal session inside of the NASDAQ. And if the NASDAQ's moving higher, well, it should be able to pull the market up as well. Let's go take a look at the Dow here. The Dow on the weekly chart, up towards its session highs for the week, so that's a nice positive. What it is going to have to do, it's going to have to bust out of this 1,000-point consolidation zone out here. You can see on the weekly chart, you've got that little shooting star candle as well up at the top of this. So you've at the top of that consolidation box on the weekly chart, you've got a shooting star from the week of September 20th. That's a reversal signal. That is the opposite of the hammer candle. That comes at highs. That is a reversal. It's a significant reversal. Also, the week of August the 2nd was followed up with a bearish engulfing candle the week of August 9th. So we've got significant resistance above this level. A close, you'd have to say now, you got to use that shooting star as your ultimate target. A close above 15,658 would be very bullish. How bullish, you say? for the Dow? Well, how about 1,000 points bullish if you get over that resistance level, over that consolidation area. So we'll see if it can do it. But that's what its target is. We've got to be paying attention really to the weak hands out here, in my opinion, as to what the next move is. Again, it's a weekly chart that we're looking at. And weekly, it's important to know what is overhead when you are flying inside these markets. I'd say just flying anywhere. But take a look at the Russell 2000. I've got about a 10-minute delay on this. What we do know about this weekly chart is that it is extremely powerful. Why? Because it took out three patterns, and they actually had a reversal signal out here. Those three patterns being a great three drive to a top pattern. That was going back to August 2nd. That was taken out and confirmed with a bearish engulfing candle the following week. That also was a 1.618 butterfly. That was a butterfly coming off the lows in October of 2011. Those are important lows. It was also a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. So you had everything in here that said, okay, the market should move lower. And if you take a look at that retracement, the retracement from the three drive pattern all the way up to the high that was put in, not even a 0.382 retracement. Very strong. You got that nice wide-ranging bar from last week out here. Markets do not end on that. That says that the Russell 2000, should be able to power on. So the weekly charts are saying, hey, A-OK, just a little bit of headwind in front of us, and we'll see what the ES Mini does at that 1749.75 level. Let's go to Nick in Titusville. Nick, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you this morning?
Yourself, sir?
Nick, you there?
Yes.
Hey, perfect. How are you this morning?
Good. And yourself?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking. Going to have a nice, beautiful weekend over in Titusville?
Oh, it's been beautiful this morning.
Ah, good. Nice. This is a great time of the year, isn't it? To get that October, November, December time frame. And nice that we've had no storms. Yeah,
the nice thing about it goes down to the 60s, 65s in the morning, goes up to 80 in the afternoon.
Yeah. How long have you been in Florida, Nick?
Since '58.
Oh, perfect. Okay, where are you originally from?
Boston.
Oh, okay. So now, do you follow the Red Sox? Did you watch last night's game?
Oh yeah, I've always been a Sox fan.
Okay, good. Yeah, I started watching a bit, fell asleep. I'd been up at 4 o'clock, up at about 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, so my body couldn't take it. So it looks like we're off to a good series out there, although a bit cold where they're playing, huh?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. You want to take a look at ticker symbol OLN, I believe. Tell me what you're doing with it, how I can help you, what's your time frame that you're looking at, and so forth.
Well, I was looking to buy some puts.
Okay.
In the February time frame.
Okay. What's your target? What's your target price?
Well, I don't have a target price right now.
All right. We get back from break. We're going to go back to. We get back from break. We're going to go back to Nick in Titusville. We're taking a look at ticker symbol OLN. That is Olin Corp. And we're certainly going to take a look at this high volume bar that might act as support from January 29th. We'll be right back, Nick.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to go back out to Titusville, Florida, to Nick. We're taking a look at Olin Corp, OLN. Looks Nick is looking to buy some puts on this. Now, you've got, Nick, are you watching this on Tiger TV by any chance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we've got really two competing trends out here on the weekly chart, even on the daily chart. I should be able to draw this in on the daily chart as well, but we'll take a look at first the daily. First, I want to take a look at the weekly. I'm going to switch back over to the weekly chart and show you that this thing is in a pretty nice rising price channel here, and you're about to hit the bottom of it. Not you, but the equity is about to hit the bottom of it. You have a little hammer candle as well that had formed out here the week of October 11th. So that says that just simply in taking a look at this equity, this might have some pretty decent support as it comes into this 21.95 level. Now, 21.95 is the bottom of the candle session from October 11th. And what you want to see here is on this weekly chart, you want to see this actual trend, this price channel broken to the downside. If it does break to the downside, then maybe this thing would have some legs in it. And what you'd like to do is you'd like to see see it break it, then try to test it to get back inside, and and if it can't get back inside, then this thing would have some legs to the downside. Now the problem is on the weekly chart, this thing broke out as well back on the week of December 16, 2011, and so 1992 might be the extent of any kind of a move here. So I think you're better off taking a look at some type of short position inside this equity on some type of bounce, and that's what then takes us to maybe the daily chart. So let's go so on the weekly. Any questions on the weekly chart that I'm looking at here? Maybe because you've been looking at this trade, so it's very possible that my 60-second view of this thing, maybe I've overlooked something. Is there something else that maybe that you've got a question on the weekly chart, or something that you've identified that I've overlooked?
Well, one item coming up Monday after the close, they come out with their earnings.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking at, that they're going to come out with bad earnings.
They're going to come out with bad earnings, okay. And what I would do is, the question is really, what's the market going to do with those earnings? What's it going to do with that? Are their earnings going to be bad compared to, have they had other situations where they've had bad earnings, and is the market falling apart, or when you take a look at that, and is that an intuition that they're coming out with some bad earnings, or some other element?
Based on past, they have the Winchester ammunition.
Okay.
And a lot of that ammunition now is being sold on the internet, and not by the big box stores like OLN.
Okay. Well, what I would say is I would just, off of the weekly chart, this thing should have some pretty good support where it is headed to in that $19 range. So I would just be cautious here, because you don't have necessarily on the weekly chart, it's telling you might have some pretty good support around that $21.95 range, and you're at $22.14 right now. So that's what the weekly chart. I'd like to see a break of this rising price channel here to say that this thing has got some more legs to the downside. And I wish you didn't have that big, huge volume bar off of the lows back in December of 2011. So that's what the weekly chart. The daily chart out here, Nick, does show the downtrend price channel that it's in, but it also shows probably getting down to the bottom of it in that the bottom of that hammer candle, which I'm assuming now is October 9th, so around that 21.95 level. So you'd also like to see this thing break down through the bottom of it. Your better opportunities in selling this are when price is up towards at least the midpoint of this. You can put these price channels in on your charts as well, or the upper portion of the range out here. So you did have some good volume to the downside yesterday. But I'd just be cautious on this one here. The weekly chart, has more meaning than the daily, because as I pull this thing back here, as I go back further, you can see that still even on the daily chart, it's not too bad. Maybe this thing is just in a bit of a consolidation. I just say be careful. All right, Nick?
Okay, I appreciate it, sir.
Hey, no problem. Thanks so much for calling. Thanks so much for listening.
You're welcome.
You bet. So let's go take a look here. Let's go see what's going on in the currency pair area. This is a key thing that I follow, and that's the euro-yen currency pair. And this euro-yen currency pair gave us just this thing is making just incredible patterns out here, either butterflies or Gartleys, and they have all pretty much worked, and they've worked well. And when they have worked, that's led to either higher or lower prices. And the problem right now is this thing has completed its pattern to the upside, and it's confirmed that it actually wants lower price. What does that mean? 132.62, 130.83 is the likely target area, and the problem is there. That would say that, guess what? We'll see a retracement in the markets. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Wednesday, October 30th at 6:30 p.m., Andy Hecht has a special live online workshop for his subscribers to his weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, called A Roadmap That All Investors Should Use, But Most Don't. During this hour-long live webinar, Andy will teach you how to use free and readily available market data to calculate the future expected price range for any asset. It's a simple yet powerful method that every investor should have in their toolbox. The best part is that you can attend this live online workshop, which will be archived, by simply signing up for a 30-day free trial to Andy's newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report. And this is the last month to lock in the low introductory rate of only $39 a month. This price will be going up by over 25% come November, so now is the perfect time to get in on the action. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
To the races. We got the Dow up 11 points, trading out at 15,523. S&P up 3 at 1755. Composite up 24 points at 39.53. Russell 2000 up about 3, trading out at 1121 and change. Amazon.com. The amazing Amazon, that's up $23. That's up 7% this morning, trading out in a 355 range. Decker's Outdoor, that's up 19%, up $11. Monolithic Power Systems and MPWR up 17%. That's up $5. Career Education, making it a career. This must be an IPO. It's up 70% out there. We'll skip right over that. National Oil Well Varco, that is up, was up. There it is. It's NOV is a ticker symbol, up 3% this morning, up $2.70. Lear Corp up $2.42. Informatica, INFA, up $3. Microsoft up $2.26. That's up nice. That's up about 7%. Western Digital up 3%. To the downside, Q-Lick Technologies getting a lick in this morning, down 17% off $5.90 as we speak. Rayonier, I don't know if I got that, if I pronounced that properly. Probably didn't, but RYN, that's the ticker symbol. They're down 10% this morning off $5 and change. Wynn Resorts not having a winning day. It's down $5 off 3%. Healthways Inc., HWAY, that is getting just clobbered off 31% here this morning, down $5 and change. ResMed off $5. Moody's down $5 and change. Synaptics off about $5. Eastman Chemical off $4. Express Scripts down $2.70. Netflix off $1.70. Cerner Corp, CERN, trading down about $2. Again, our call number is 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of these stocks popping and dropping. Healthway, let's go see what these guys are doing here. Big volume to the downside. Probably out with earnings. Let me see if I can pull that information up out here. They did for their third quarter, I'll get it out, 1.8 million versus 5 million, so they've got some big hits out there. And revenue-wise, flat, once 166 million, both in Q3 as well as last quarter. But boy, the stock here is just truly getting hammered, gapping down large. Volume so far, 1.2 million shares out of this. This thing, it came back right to its most recent breakout that I can see. Now, this was not this was wide price spread, but it was lightly accelerated volume, and that means I'm going back to April 19th, by the way, 2013. This had 602,000 shares as it broke out. Well, today it's breaking down. It's already done 1.3 million shares, so I don't think that is what's going to hold this equity. Okay, now we go back a little bit further. So it looks like Healthway, HWAY, it's coming all the way back to this high-volume bar one more time. That's going to take it back to October 25th, 2011, $6.22, 667. That's almost another 40% off of where it is trading here right now. That is on Healthway Systems, HWAY. That does not look good for that equity. Let's take a look here at QLIC. QLIK is the ticker symbol. This too coming back to a breakout. This thing last broke out with a nice wide price spread, accelerated volume. Did that on the trading session. Here we've seen a number of stock chart looking pretty good up until today. I'm actually just going back to the time frame of November of 2012, November 13th when this thing, November 14th when it made, looks like almost an island bottom reversal with a hammer candle down there. Is it a? Let's see if it is a island bottom reversal here. The low November 12th, 1746. The high 1743. Well, how be a son of a gun? Take a look at this thing. Let's just get rid of the. Let's get rid of the moving averages off here. We'll clean up this chart. If you're following, I don't know what the heck I just delete there. Let's try this one. Let's try this one more time. Maybe I have to hit the delete button. There we go. So we're taking a look at the ticker symbol here is QLIK. Now, one of the great patterns out there for sure to be trading. And you don't need, this is not a Japanese candlestick pattern. It's a Western pattern out here. It's an island reversal. Now, and this is an island bottom reversal. So as this was making a market low, as the almost looks like a three. It's not even a three drive, but let's just stick with the island bottom reversal. You take the trading session here from November the 12th. The very low of that trading session, as you can see, is $17.46. Next day, it gaps down. In intraday, the high is $17.43. 3 cents. Does that 3 cents mean a whole lot? Well, it means a whole lot on the following trading session of November 14th when it gaps up. And the low of that trading session, $17.51. That went ahead and set out this is a hammer candle out here as well. So you have a one candle reversal signal, and you've got an island bottom reversal. That's a beautiful change in trend, and that's what this thing saw when it went from the low of 1671, ran all the way up to the highs out here. Let's go see when these highs came in. These came in back in September 20th, out at 37.56 out there. And along the way, this thing had some nice moves off of the bottom. Had a nice sign of strength in this, true breakout session on February 15th. Wide price spread, accelerated volume, 9.2 million shares. Comes back, wasn't able to get all the way down to its break, almost made another island reversal right down here. This one did not qualify. Doesn't look like an island because of the trading session on April 8th. I'm looking at the time frame, by the way, of April 4, April 5, and April the 8th out there. Then you get another nice little breakout with some accelerated volume. That's on the trading session of April the 26th out here. So not too bad with the exception of today. And so this is coming back to that last breakout session out here, which was, the last breakout session, the one from April 26th. Now, that has volume on that breakout of 7.2 million shares. We'll see if that fund is still around because it's down with volume today. 3.7 million already in just 10 minutes of trading here. That is on QLIK. QLIK is a ticker symbol. They must be out with numbers as well. Let's see. Their revenues were up 21% in the third quarter. See if I can find the earnings. I don't see the net income on the equity, but we just have to pay attention to what the stockholders here are showing. So this could be an A to B equals CD down, most certainly taking out the B point, which would be the swing from October the 15th. That only had 3.7 million shares. The A to B equals CD pattern on this. Price-wise, that would take us down. Well, you can see it's already completed the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. When you gap down into a D point like that or gap up into a D point, whichever way the chart is trending, not a good thing. That says that lower price is coming at you. That is on QLIK. Let's see, what else did we have up here? Wynn Resorts. Let's go take a look at Steve Wynn, see what he is doing today. The Wynn Resorts made a 100% move, which was coming back into the swing point from July 19th, and that had 5 million shares out there, and it hit that area on light volume. You can see the black horizontal line going across my screen. Hit that level on light volume, trading a bit lower here this morning, off about $5 and change. Volume doesn't seem to be too bad here, so so far not too shabby. Maybe it's just going to build up some energy because it was truly in the extreme overbought territory. So at this stage, I would have to say Wynn Resorts, was failed at its swing point high, and right now just working off an overbought condition. Probably will try to tackle it one more time out there, at least one more time. Let's go check out these stocks that are moving to the upside. It is Fun Friday. Fantastically fun Friday. We've got on the charts here, we've got Valero. Valero is very close to completing its consolidation breakout level. Says that Valero wants to trade up into the resistance level of either the May 20th high, around 42.70, maybe down to about 42.05 is the same extension of the consolidation pattern that it broke out of. It trading down just a bit here this morning, but light volume so far, only 466,000 shares. Did a couple million shares here yesterday, but not a bad-looking breakout of a consolidation zone out here. But let's go take a look at amazing Amazon, AMZN. Let's go see what it is doing. It's up $29 here this morning. Give me a moment here. We'll pull this thing back. That's now made the 1 to 2.618. A to B equals CD pattern out here. That's the longer-term one coming off of the May 2013 low out here. Up today with nice volume behind the move, 3 million shares here today. It most recently made a high with 3.9 million shares, so it's got some nice accelerated volume. If we put this thing on a monthly chart out here, just a rocket ship, not a bad-looking candle. How about that for a candle, for a monthly candle out there? Not bad-looking at all. No bears in play inside of Amazon, at least candlestick-wise out here. If we take a look at the weekly chart, and no way for me to tell you where this stock is headed to. I mean, the patterns that are out here, I guess we take a look at this weekly A to B equals CD. That would say 375 is next on its targets at 362. Heck, it could do that. It could do that in the next hour. So that is on amazing Amazon. Let's go check out Decker's Outdoors. DECK is the ticker symbol. Then we'll go take a look at the commodities. Whoops. We'll take a look at the commodities, a couple currencies, see what we have going on out there. But Decker's having a nice morning. This is out trying to take out its most recent swing point, which was on October 3rd. That had 1.6 million shares. It's done 1.6 already this morning. So it is trying to take out, another B point of and form another A to B equals CD up. Looks like the first A to B, the larger A to B equals CD up on Decker's Outdoors, says it's trying to get into the $78 range out here. If you take a look at a smaller A to B equals CD. That's assuming it can close above that swing point here today. Your A point on this is going to be June 25th. That low out there, the October 3rd high, and then yesterday's low would be the C point. The volume, again, 1.6 million. It's got no problem volume-wise. Let's take a look at what that A, B equals CD projection. That gives you into the 79.36 area. So you've got a larger one at 78.36, a small one at 79.36. It looks like that's where Decker's Outdoors is trying to head to. Let's switch over and take a look at Goldilocks, see what we've got going on with gold and silver. Looks like a light volume pullback, a light price pullback thus far, so not too bad for a Friday. You've got gold trading off about $8 right now, trading out at $13.42. This thing does want to at least make the 1364 move. That would be the sweet 618. And if it can get above that, 1394 would be next in the cards for the gold contract. If we take a look at high-ho silver, you've got silver trading down this morning. Where is that silver? I just lost it. Sorry about that. 47 cents. That's off 2%. So silver having a bit poorer day than gold. Volume-wise, so far this morning, 19,000 contracts. The last upthrust we had was 30,000 contracts. That was on October the 22nd out here. So still, just tag that 0.382 area. Silver wants to get up to 23.35 out there. Light sweet crude. Let's go check out light sweet crude here. Just having a sideways day, so no bullish reversal signal yet. It did make the 0.618 retracement level, but a little high wave type candle down there. 95.78 was the number. It actually got down to 95.95. So you're not seeing any kind of bullish reversal signal. It is in the oversold territory, and this is where it becomes relatively easy to track out here. If you see light sweet crude close above, my opinion, if you see light sweet crude close above 98.29, that'll tell you that the move to the downside is over. But where's the move to the upside? Well, the move to the upside is probably going to be $99, which is back inside this consolidation zone out here in light sweet crude. So if it doesn't get above 98.29, and even if it does, you're looking at $99. So that's really going to have to break out above $99 to get any kind of conviction of a rejection of these lower prices out here. Otherwise, the only thing that's taking place now with light sweet crude, working off an oversold condition, perhaps by moving sideways out here. So no conviction behind that move. If we take a look at the 30-year Treasury out here, 30-year Treasury, just sideways action here today. Let me just update the chart, make sure I got everything in here. Yeah, there we go. So just sideways action, but it does want, and it's the sideways action is running right into that resistance, normal resistance, which you would expect, which is because of that long-term consolidation pattern out here. But I would say a spike up to 137.05 would certainly be inside the cards. It does have an A to B equals CD, and really the A to B equals CD says 138.22 is more likely the mark. And that is on the 30-year Treasury. Natural gas, we got all the contracts out here. This one right now that we've got is the November contract for natural gas. You can see two competing patterns out here. You've got the descending price channel. That is the red diagonal lines to the downside out here. You did get a rejection yesterday of lower price, that little hammer candle that came in on September the 26th. So that hammer candle has been tested several times, whether it is, and it formed on the November, formed on the December contract out there. So that September 26th is really a key day out here. It has limited upside potential at this stage, which is the descending price channel. Has not been able to bust through. That's the top area of that red line. Where is that price point? I couldn't give you an exactness because you've got timing, days and what have you. But 374 is likely a target area for the next move up before it runs into that resistance level. Now, if it breaks that, whole different story inside of the November contract for natural gas. Right now, we've got the Dow up 21, S&P's up 3, NASDAQ Composite up 25. Uh-oh, New York Stock Exchange is red. How does that happen? 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Basil Chapman has just announced that he will be hosting a one-day online master trader class. Friday, November 8th, Basil Chapman will teach you the essential fundamentals he uses when trading the market with his Chapman Wave methodology. Included in this full-day online master trader class is 1 month of Basil's daily newsletter service, The Opening Call, a $128 value, as well as a copy of his CD book introducing the Chapman Wave methodology, which usually sells for $249. Join Basil Chapman for this powerful one-day online master trader class Friday, November 8th, which will be archived if you can't attend live, where he'll give you a complete understanding of the Chapman Wave methodology and how to apply it to profitably trade any market in any time frame. For all the details and to reserve your spot while taking advantage of early bird pricing and saving $200 off the regular price, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Have you subscribed to the Gold Report yet? On Wednesday, August 14th and Thursday, August 15th, Tom O'Brien advised his Gold Report subscribers to close out 6 of their 9 open positions, all winning trades ranging from a 10.69% profit to an incredible 48% profit in just one equity. Tom O'Brien brings an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience to the gold market and the equities within the industry. That's almost 12 years since this powerful newsletter first began. And right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Gold Report by visiting TFNN.com. Make sure you're a subscriber as this volatile gold market makes its way back into positive territory after declining all the way from $1,900 to under $1,200 an ounce in only 2 years. Get your 30-day free trial today by visiting TFNN.com.
The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour, sponsored by Nadex. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks, to Fantastic Friday here at TFNN. Everybody have a great weekend out there. Had a request earlier inside the Tiger's Den. And folks, if you haven't had a chance to check out the Tiger's Den, you really ought to do yourself a favor and do that. Number one, whenever you are trying to, take yourself to a higher level in life, the easiest way to do that is to change your peer group. Number one, proximity is power. And teach that to your kids. Proximity is power. If they've got a mission that they are after, then they need to move towards that area where, they got to get closer to that area of whatever it is that their desires are. Proximity is absolutely power. And when you're younger, it's easier to move towards those areas. And the Tiger's Den, that is a great place to be because you've got a great group of traders, investors, folks sharing ideas with you, and you'll be able to learn a ton. Plus, you get to see all of our charts in HD. So you can check that out. That's 30 days. You can do that if you have not done that before. And that's inside the Tiger's Den. Right now, inside the Tiger's Den, what's posted is the monthly chart for the Nikkei. Now, if we pull this thing back here, you can see that this thing is still really in a downtrend. And it's in a downtrend if we just simply look at the lower highs out here that have been formed. That's coming off of the highs back in 1990. So it continues to make lower highs, and also really is also still making lower lows. So it's had a nice explosive move, no question about it, but it was really consolidation. It was a consolidation pattern. Those are the two yellow boxes that you see on my screen. It completed that pattern out here. It's a monthly chart we're looking at, and clearly the month of May of 2013, the bears took over. Now, not a reversal signal by any stretch, but you have to be paying attention to that upper wick there. That tells you that it's got some significant selling pressure inside, just like here on the very next month it had some, we'll call some buying pressure. But really, if you put these two candles together, it tells you more so what? That it's really a draw to a bearish pattern, because if you stitch those two together, where you take a look at open and close, and the two I'm referring to is June out there, what you'd have to say is, okay, what happened the next month? And the next month, really the bears, that upper wick here, telling you you've got some selling pressure inside of the Nikkei out here. Now, it is also working off on a monthly basis, a extreme overbought condition, still really working that off. But the Nikkei here, not exactly out of the woods by taking a look at a monthly chart. If we switch down to the weekly chart here for the Nikkei, not really a whole lot of information other than right now really just another consolidation move. Now, the positive about that consolidation move is this. Consolidations resolve themselves in the direction that they come from. And the Nikkei at this stage here is coming from the lows out there. So that would be a positive on the weekly chart. The daily chart, that shows two nice Gartley buy patterns. The smaller one took effect and it worked pretty well. Not only did it work pretty well, it worked really well. And again, it was the smaller one. That's the light blue one if you're watching us on TigerTV. Now, price made it back to its area of resistance. So the Nikkei, in order to get bullish, needs to close above the July 19th high at 14,953.29 out there. Otherwise, that has been nothing more. I'll draw a black line across the top of the screen out here. That is a area of resistance inside the Nikkei. So this the next buy setup, the next nice buy setup on this would be a move down to about 11,662 out here. So this larger Gartley buy pattern is still in place out here, and that's the one that Stevie-san is waiting for. Patience, patience, patience. Probably the hardest yet the easiest thing to do in trading. Make sure you have a trading plan or a trading strategy for sure, folks. So it is Fantastic Friday. That means we've got the Nadex Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Daryl Martin, Tom O'Brien will be with you. After that, we go to Basil Chapman. Then we go back to Daryl Martin, David White, the Tom O'Brien Show. Oh, we've got Nico and Paige. We can't forget that. It's all about health. Have a healthy and fantastic weekend, folks. Look forward to seeing you on Monday. What's the one thing that pulls people back from the breakthrough that they're moving towards? What's the only thing that really stops people from taking action? You and I both know the answer, and sure, we can come up with the reasons why we're not where we want to be, but the only reason that we don't do more with our life is fear. Or if you're an overachiever, call it stress. Simply put, there's something that happened to us in our past that's holding us back from the life we deserve, yet you and I are okay, we're here. So why should we let our past control our future? Exactly. We shouldn't. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and when it comes to your trading and investing, I can help you overcome your fear of loss. Together, we'll turn weakness into strength with a system I've developed called Mastering Probability. I'll teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you do for it. I'll teach you the tools that provide financial freedom. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and begin your journey of mastering probability risk-free. It's time to become a pioneer of your future versus a prisoner of your past.